Now, live on WPRI 12 and on WPRI.com. This is Eyewitness News at noon. Coverage you can count on.
A school announcement coming up, set to find out what it will look like for Rhode Island public school children this fall. Classrooms and masks or distance learning at home. Plus, people continue demanding justice for police brutality. Latest developments from Providence and across the country. And as we enter a new week and a new month almost, Pinpoint Weather 12 tracking the cooler temperatures. Michelle's forecast for the rest of the week straight ahead. But first at noon, developing news. School countdown is on right now. Parents and educators waiting for a big decision from Rhode Island lawmakers and the governor whether the state will go forward 2 weeks from today with kids together in person in class amid COVID-19, distance learning, or maybe a combination of the two. Eyewitness News reporter Logan Wilbur joining us live in Providence. Governor Raimondo set to hold a news conference less than 1 hour from now.
Patrick, today would have been the first day of school, and as you mentioned, that's now pushed back 2 weeks. And we're expecting to hear from the governor with any decisions and recent plans for reopening the state schools. Governor Raimondo will hold briefings all week long as the state prepares to reopen schools. Just last week, Raimondo said she was looking at 5 criteria to decide if it is safe to reopen for in-person learning.
Operational readiness, testing, contact tracing, data, case prevalence, and Sunday, we're going to see if we check all those boxes.
Teachers' unions and principals have voiced opposition to reopening plans. Numerous districts have already made the decision, opting for virtual learning for the fall, or at least to start the year. For weeks, the Emergency Management Agency has been working with districts to provide personal protective equipment to make sure each school is prepared for in-person learning as possible. An extra measure announced by Governor Raimondo on Monday is a new Education Operations Center.
This Education Operations Center is going to operate very much like the EOC that we stand up during a hurricane or a blizzard or some other kind of natural disaster.
The governor says the center, staffed by the National Guard and other state agencies, will be able to send teams to schools for testing and contact tracing should an outbreak occur. And a spokesperson for the governor's office says she is also expected to provide an update on nursing home visitations. And as the weather's getting nicer, she will discuss the Take It Outside campaign. Reporting live in Providence, Logan Wilbur, Eyewitness News.
And make sure you stay with WPRI 12 today and WPRI.com. Our coverage will continue on the school countdown with today's Rhode Island State briefing at 1 o'clock here live, then a wrap-up of all the developments starting live at 5. Other news now, Pawtucket man now due back in court next month on murder and felony charges. A bail hearing this morning continued for 37-year-old James Grilly. He was ordered held without bail after prosecutors say he intentionally hit his girlfriend, Erica Belcourt, with his car. She later died at the hospital. Police say the two got into an argument after. Grilly broke into Belcourt's apartment in Woonsocket last Saturday night. Grilly has 2 other open cases against him out of Pawtucket. Eyewitness News, your local election headquarters. Tomorrow's the Massachusetts primary election. Congressman Joe Kennedy among the candidates making a final push for votes. He was in Fall River on Friday and Sunday. The man he's challenging, Senator Ed Markey, visiting New Bedford Friday. Spent Sunday stumping around Greater Boston and Worcester. 7 Democrats competing to take over Congressman Kennedy's House District 4 seat. Survey by the website Jewish Insider shows the 2 leaders are Newton City Councilor Jake Auchincloss and 1 percentage point ahead of former Brookline Select Board member Jesse Mermel. And the 4th district includes Attleboro, Taunton, parts of Fall River, and other Bristol County towns. Eyewitness News politics editor Ted Nesi has further in-depth coverage of the races on our website. Just go to WPRI.com. Let's get a check now on the forecast this noon time. Live look outside from our Narragansett beach camera. And maybe not as many people at the beach today as there were the last couple of days, because those temperatures this morning felt a little more like fall, Michelle.
They did, but we've recovered pretty nicely here, Patrick. We're back up above 70 degrees in Providence at 73. Winds are out of the south, much lighter than yesterday at this time, and the humidity is nice and low. Look how temperatures dropped overnight. This is the overnight lows, and they are the coolest we've seen in more than 2 months. Since June 17th, we hit a low of 54 in Providence, 46 in Taunton.